On the news today, President Tinubu hails Oyebanji's re-election. On the foreign scene, Ethiopian Prime Minister's party sweeps parliamentary vote. United Kingdom Minister Keir Starmer resigns. And in sports, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us on the news update on Dominion Television. I am Pat Aito. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Ekiti State Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji on his decisive victory in Saturday's governorship election, describing the outcome as a resounding endorsement of his administration's performance and a vote for continuity. President Tinubu, in a statement by Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, praised the people of Ekiti State for conducting themselves peacefully and in an orderly manner throughout the electoral process, saying their participation reflected confidence in democratic governance. The President also charged the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to build on the success of the Ekiti polls by ensuring future elections remain peaceful, fair, free and credible as the country prepares for the Osun State governorship election in August and the 2027 general election. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, says Lassa fever has claimed 214 lives nationwide, with the disease fatality rate rising to 25%. According to the agency's latest situation report, both suspected and confirmed cases have increased, with 5 states accounting for 84% for all confirmed infections, marking a significant increase from the 18.9% recorded during the same period last year. The agency added that Lassa fever has now been recorded in 23 states, assuring that surveillance and response efforts remain active through its multi-sectoral incident management system. Senate spokesman Yemi Adaramodu said a substantial part of the Senate's emergency session will be devoted to discussions on the worsening security situation across the country. Adaramodu told newsmen that the session will allow senators to assess the state of the nation and explore ways the National Assembly can work with the executive to address growing security challenges. He dismissed speculation that the emergency recall was linked to any individual senator or internal Senate controversy. He added that senators are expected to contribute based on developments in the constituencies and senatorial districts, as well as public perceptions of the country's security situation. Security agents have intensified the surveillance on the forest where adopted pupils and teachers from schools in Owerri local government area of Oyo State are held by the Ansaru terrorists. According to reports, security sources said they might have dropped their initial demands for the release of their jailed leaders and now asking for ransom and freedom for some foot soldiers of the group who are under arrest and in the Department of State Services DSS custody. According to the security source, there is hope that the 39 pupils and 6 teachers will very soon be out of captivity. Meanwhile, it was also gathered that the leader of the adopters is a northerner who was born in Ogbomosho and grew up in the Owerri area. At least 20 people have been killed and several others injured after armed attackers invaded Kwalwell village in Mushere Chepdam, Boko's local government area of Plateau State. A serving police officer is also reported missing following the assault. Eyewitness accounts said the attackers, reportedly numbering over 100, stormed the village around 10:30 p.m., shooting residents who had gone to bed from house to house, killing victims and injuring others who tried to escape into nearby bushes. The missing officer is suspected to have attempted to resist the attackers, but his fate remains unknown. As of the press time, the Plateau State Police Command and the Joint Task Force Operation Enduring Peace had not issued an official statement on the incident. And on the foreign scene, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed ruling Prosperity Party (PP) secured a commanding victory in the country's June 1 legislative elections, winning 438 of the 486 parliamentary seats announced by the National Elections Board. The elections, which was held in 501 of Ethiopia's 547 constituencies, gave Abiy's party nearly 90% of the contested seats and positions him for another term when lawmakers elect the prime minister later this year. More than 40 opposition parties participated, but many lacked resources and nationwide reach, while the Prosperity Party ran unopposed in 64 constituencies. The Commission disclosed that 143 polling stations did not open on election day due to security concerns, adding that voting was interrupted in several locations in Amara and Oromia without providing further details. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has announced his resignation after less than 2 years in office in a term characterized by policy U-turns and deep public unpopularity. Starmer, during a speech outside 10 Downing Street, said the process of picking a new leader for the centre-left party will be launched in July and he will remain as Prime Minister until a successor is chosen to be in place before Parliament returns from the summer recess in September. Starmer's main rival, veteran politician Andy Burnham, is due to be sworn in as Member of Parliament after winning a crucial special election on Thursday, allowing him to return to Parliament and clearing his path to run for party leader. United States and Iranian officials made encouraging progress during talks in Switzerland, according to mediators. Pakistan and Qatar announced that both sides had agreed on a roadmap to reach a final peace deal with 60 days. The mediators said Washington and Tehran agreed on steps to reduce fighting between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon and set up a communication channel to help ensure the safe movement of commercial ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Meanwhile, global oil prices fell after the talks, with Brent crude dropping below $80 per barrel. And from the world of sport, Egypt has secured its first ever FIFA World Cup win, coming from behind to defeat New Zealand 3-1 and move to the top of Group G. New Zealand took the lead before halftime when defender Finn Salmon headed home from a corner. Egypt, however, responded strongly after the break, with Salah leading the comeback as the North Africans overturned the deficit to claim a memorable victory. The win moves Egypt's national football team to the top of Group G with 4 points from new matches. New Zealand remain bottom of the group with 1 point, while Iran and Belgium are level on 2 points following the goalless draw. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us on our Facebook at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and on X at Dominion Cast. And that's the end of the news update on Dominion Television. I am Pat Aito. Thank you so much for watching. Good afternoon.